On this episode of Monty Can't Coach. No, I'm just playing. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Listen, man. It's a joke, but it's for real. But listen, man. I wasn't expecting a win today. I appreciated the defense that we played in that first quarter and the first, you know what I'm saying? And this L is a little bit easier to swallow just because it's just like, okay, like I can accept this because this is just one of those games where it's just like the Nuggets couldn't miss. And I can take that. You know what I'm saying? I know that those L's was coming during the season and they hit a lot of tough contested shots. They never really like evened out from three because typically when the team start that hot from three, they kind of balance out in the second half or they go cold or something and they just kept it going. Bones Highland single handedly gave him a 20-point lead and then it was over with from there. So that L, I can take that. I can take that on the chin. I could take this one on the chin. Shout out to the Nuggets, man. Shout out to Jokic or Joker, wherever however you pronounce his name. They played good. I feel like Malone, man, Coach Malone. Listen, they knew our game plan. They knew our game plan. They knew how we wanted to play. They was doubling on every pick and roll, and they was doubling our ball handlers. They was, you know what I'm saying? Like they knew exactly what we was trying to do every single time. So it's just like I don't, like I said, and with Coach Monty, I don't understand or I don't know how much film he watched, but it's just like if you seeing that every time down the court, it's taking us. We're getting down to the 4 or 5. We got to chalk something up, like to where it's like, all right, this offense ain't working. So but I still stand on what I said, man. And I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people kind of getting defensive about like my Monty takes or whatever the case may be, or whatever. But listen, man, this is just how I'm gonna boil it down, and this is just how I see it, honestly and truly. I feel like honestly, Monty is a good coach when you're an underdog. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't know how to coach, or like he can't coach a team or coach a unit while being the predator or like why being the, you know what I'm saying? Like he knows how to do it when you're the prey, but not necessarily when you're the hunted. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, or like you're the predator or whatever the case may be, however you want to go. But listen, when you the top of the mountain, like Monty is not a good coach. But when you the underdog, nobody is expecting nothing and all this other stuff. Like he's the guy that can galvanize a group of guys that believe in themselves and go out there and go ball out. But when you actually the cream of the crop, you the top, you at the mountain is just like, all right. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like having a motivational speaker in a room full of billionaires. It's just like, what can he really tell? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can Wallow really go motivate, you know what I'm saying, Elon Musk or somebody else to go do? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really honestly how I feel about it. It's just like having a dude that's a motivational speaker in a room full of billionaires. It's just like, all right, like we don't need the motivation. We need something else. And it's just like all Monty, I feel like at this point can bring is so I feel like with a team that's on the up and coming, like that's his space. But on a team that's established, that's like, all right, we trying to get over that hump. I don't think he's the best. So that's just how I'm gonna leave it like that. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like tonight Aiden would have loved this game, especially how they was playing this because they was blitzing the double, but then they was switching on the big, so they had either Bones or KCP or whoever the small was on Dario and Jock or Biz, and they just couldn't finish in the post. You know what I'm saying? If we could have got them, if we could have made them pay in the post tonight, that probably would have been the difference of the game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm low key starting, or I'm high key starting to miss preseason Jock Landale. I don't know if it's just because he get inconsistent minutes, so it's just like he don't like his rhythm is off. But I feel like preseason Jock Landale played way better. You know what I'm saying? He could catch, number one. You know what I'm saying? He could finish in the post. He could post up a little bit. He could do a little bit of everything. And he had that motor. And I just feel like, yeah, like this Jock Landale I'm seeing now, I don't know who this dude is, but it's not the preseason Jock Landale I kind of fell in love with. Or, you know what I'm saying? Mikal Bridges, another 3 for 10 performance with 7 points. So it is what it is, man. You know how that go with him. Dario Saric had a solid. Like I said, he could have ate, but we couldn't feed him in the post. And another thing too, I don't know what Monty told Dwayne Washington, but I just don't understand. Like, why not let D Wash be him? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not let him play his own game? Because I feel like he came out there trying to play make early, and it seemed like he was just trying to do his best Chris Paul impression. When it's just like we don't need that. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you to pretend to be Chris Paul. We don't need the best Chris Paul impersonation. Go out there and go be you. Be the scorer. You know what I'm saying? Facilitate when you can, and then have them be like, all right, who is this dude? Just to mess up like their whole game plan. Because if Dwayne Washington start going off for 20 and 30, the other team don't know what to do. And now it's like, let's work at it from there, opposed to like, let's have him try to run the offense and try to, you know what I'm saying, put him in the system and just limit his game. Because I feel like I said, out of everybody on the team, he is the only one right now that actually looks at the rim when he gets the ball. It's like, all right, like I'm trying to score. Everybody else is looking for the next pass, looking for somebody that's open, that's not open, because for whatever reason, everybody's standing around the 3 ball line. Don't nobody know how to set a backdoor screen. I haven't seen Mikal cut backdoor in about 3 years. So it's just like, yeah, man. It's just I don't get it at this point. TC finished with 16. Shout out to TC, man. He just, like I said, it was just one of those days for the Nuggets, man. They just couldn't miss. So it's just like you just got to tip your cap to him and be like, it is what it is, man. But we did make a late push, and I feel like he should have thrown Dwayne Washington when we threw in that late push. I don't know why he waited to like the 6 minute, 5 minute mark to throw him back in. I don't know. He did the same thing with Da, and he twisted his ankle. So I don't know, man. This man and his methods, I have no idea what goes through this man's mind. But something I was noticing, and something that we need as the Suns team, I need at least 6 attempts from three from Dwayne or for Damian Lee a game. Like, is that too much to ask? I just need 6 attempts. We need to figure out a way to free him up, set some backdoor screens or whatever, or however he liked the ball. And we need to figure out to get this man 6 attempts tonight. I know he didn't make none of that, but I feel like just for future, and like I keep saying, we need 6 attempts from him just to be competitive, especially if we're gonna be depleted like this. It's just like at this point, like let's let it fly. Let's let it fly and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, for whatever reason, we keep running this half court set. It's just like we play better when we push the pace. But what do I know? I'm just a dude that just watch every game and I watch the film and I watch and I know the dudes and their habits and their tendencies or whatever the case may be. But what do I know, man? But like I said, shout out to the Nuggets, man. Y'all played a good game. Y'all did what y'all supposed to do. We couldn't get them on the trap game tonight, but you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get Landry Shamet or somebody back on what is it? When's our next game? I think it's Friday or yeah, Friday. So till next time, man. Till next time. Peace.